Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room, or well, not so live one. This morning, I'm having a pre-recorded session, as I mentioned yesterday. All right, so let's get started with the cryptocurrencies. I'm going to start with the cryptocurrencies this morning because they're looking pretty interesting. Right, so let's start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, the structure that we're looking for it to go from current levels, but we also considered the flat in this case. Right, so let's just have a look at what we started with, looked at first in the beginning and how this is developing. So what we looked at was these three waves to the downside and the three waves to the upside and the three waves to the downside, and we were looking for this one to go. That has not happened. So the structure that is developing now on Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies is a very interesting one. So let's have a look here. So we are getting this structure on Bitcoin. We have got a move down in three waves. We have got, let's just draw this properly. That's the move down in three waves. That looks like a flat correction, a regular flat, textbook regular flat with 333. So that means a WXY in the middle there. And we're going to be looking for these to give us another move to around these levels before we resume to the upside. So this is setting up as that one of those WXY moves that we like. So that is what we're going to be looking at. So when this corrective structure is done, we'll expect the next leg higher on Bitcoin. Where we're going to go next for on Bitcoin, 70, 75,000, 100,000. Let's have a look. So it's not going to go up in a straight line. This will keep happening on the cryptocurrencies. We are going to keep having this reversal. So this is a WXY structure. So we are expecting this to come down in three waves. So we will expect this, just like we did with the Euro US dollar, to come and bounce around 0.618 before it rallies down into the blue box. I will do the projections just now so you can see. So here will be a lower degree WXY structure on this, and then we're going to be looking for this one to come bounce back up here and into the blue box and the resumption of the move to the upside. So what we're looking for on Bitcoin is a structure like this. Let's project the blue box first. So our blue box on Bitcoin will be as follows. We'll have the Fibonacci extension tool starting from there to the start of the correction and back. So our blue box, we're projecting it at around 38,000, and we will be looking for a reversal around these areas. But I also want to see where this leg is going to have a correction first, because it's not going to go down in a straight line. So let's switch this on here. Let's switch this on. Let's switch on the 0.618 and the 1.618. 0.618 we've got, 1.618 we've got. There we go. So we expect structure to play out as follows. Let's get my arrows out here. We expect a bit of a move down here to around 0.618, a bit of a bounce here, and a move to the downside here in the blue box. So we'll be expecting this to move around these levels. There we go. So that's what we expect of Bitcoin, and we'll expect this one to rally from there. So that is our expectation. We've got this one here. Let's see how this is going to play out. Expanding flat in the middle. I'm just going to put this in the minor degree for now, just so we can see the structure. It will be a WXY structure in the minor degree. Let's put it in the minor degree. Minor, and I want it to be the red color. There we go. All good. And internally here, we're going to have another degree, which we'll look at as minute. Let's get that other degree. That will be another WXY structure as well. So we'll put this one as a there's a W here, there's a X here. No, it's actually ABC. So I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to put in W. just label this one WXY. This is going to be in the minute degree, but the color needs to be green. So put this one as green, because that one is minute. Let's just get more space here. So that is WXY in this degree here. The W in red is this one here. So here is ABC. That's why I didn't put it on there. So it's ABC, and it looks like we're gonna have another ABC. So I'm gonna get ABC in the same degree. You can see that was a sharp move, so that's an impulsive move. So that's why I'm putting it there, putting that as an ABC structure. Just position it. We're gonna have so this one should be in the same degree as the minute as well. So it's gonna be the minute green, minute. Put it there. I'm not gonna go into these lower ones because that's gonna be another degree. You can look at those in the one hour, but we're not interested in that. We can see where we want the reversal. So the last one that I'm gonna put on is A, B, C. Right, that's what we have there. Right, so that's what we've got. So on Bitcoin, that's what we're looking at. We're looking for a bit of a bounce around 43.8 and then the rally down into the blue box. Let's see how that's going to play out. It's going to be an interesting one. A break out of this structure. This is channeling. If we channel this here like this, if we break out of this structure, we may be going all out to the new highs. So when a double XY happens along a bullish structure like this, it's usually a sign that we're going to have a rally to the upside. Okay, so if you're holding to your cryptos, it's a good thing. You should keep holding. Right, let's have a look at the rest of the cryptocurrencies. The structure will be the same for Ethereum. As you can see, it's a similar structure. I'm not going to go into as much detail as I did with Bitcoin. You will see those updated on the website. 1, 2, 3. This one's still a perfect regular flat. We're going to be looking for this one to come down and then upside. Okay, let's just project only the blue box. So our blue box here will be here. We projected it. Let's take this off for now. So we'll also expect this bounce here and rally into the blue box. That's our blue box. Let's see how that's going to play out. Then from there, we're going to expect the rally from around 957. That is Ethereum. Right, it's going to be interesting. So we expect that. Let's just fix it up. So the focus is on the cryptos this morning or in the next coming sessions. Like I said, I don't sell the cryptos. I just keep adding my investments as soon as I see this decent pullback. So I could be adding a bit more here when we get around those levels and I've got confirmation for a reversal. That is Ethereum. Let's look now at Litecoin. Same structure, same thing. It's a running flat there. It's a running flat. We'll expect this one to come around these levels. Again, this is Ethereum. We're expecting a move down here, a bit of a bounce here, and a move down here, and a move up. Okay, so we've got that structure. Okay, that is Litecoin. Ripple. Ripple is interesting. structure, what we're going to be looking here on B Ripple, we've got a pulsing move up here. This looks like 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and we're going to get another move down here on Ripple. So when we get that, is that going to be the end of the move? For now, we're only seeing this yellow structure, 1, 2, 3 on Ripple. Is it going to go all the way from here? We have to look at a bigger structure, which is not so clear at this stage on Ripple. Let's switch everything off here. Let's just have a look at the structure. So if we look at this on Ripple, we've got a move down here. Look at this spike. After the spike here, we had a move down. After that, it looks like we had an impulsive move down. So this looks like a corrective structure. So we could be coming down here with Ripple, move back up here, move down before we actually go. So that will give us this, what looks like a 3-wave structure here, and another 3-wave structure here. So this is 3 down, 3 up, and 3 down. So giving us this structure on Ripple. It's a very messy structure, but that's what we can see for now. So we may not necessarily get this bounce to the upside. We may get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and this can just go down straight from there. Let me just show you with a different color so you can see the two alternatives. Instead of this bouncing from there, it can just come down here around these levels and make a push to the upside. If we get a structure like this on Ripple, we should be seeing new highs. Okay, we'll see new highs to even 1 day. So that's going to be very interesting, but not yet. We don't have that yet. So that is what we're seeing there on Ripple. Right, that's all on the cryptos. Let's go through the US dollar pairs, DXY. DXY looking very interesting. As expected, we've got the 3 waves, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up. Now we're going for this one. Is that going to be the reversal on the DXY that's going to result in this one coming down? At the moment, we're pushing to the upside. The structure we've identified exactly where this was going to reverse. Let's show on the 4-hour what we saw yesterday. We've projected the fibs and where we expected this one to bounce and go. If you remember yesterday, we said this should bounce at the 1,61. Not even yesterday, before that we expected that to reverse. So these are the structures that we're expecting on Bitcoin, on the cryptocurrencies. A bounce here around those 0.618, and now we're running into the blue box. Now, this area is going to be critical for the DXY. Are we going to keep pushing up higher, or is this structure going to play out? If this structure plays out, we're going to see a lot of weakness on the US dollar from there. So we are going to push this up to the blue box. We're only going to change our view when we get to the blue box. So that's going to be a critical area. Euro US dollar, very interesting, exactly as forecasted. Let's put on the Fibonacci levels. For this one, we said this one was going to bounce at 0.618. Let's just put it on, switch it on here, 0.618 as forecasted. We've bounced there and we have come down. Not an inch or not a pip higher, not a pip lower. Right from the 0.618, you see that the strategy actually works. We've projected this when we were still here. Last week, before we even got to the blue box, we had projected that we're going to go into the blue box, we're going to come down, we're going to bounce, and we're going to come down. That's how detailed this is. So now we're getting all those moves. Now, what's going to happen in the blue box? That's going to be critical when we get to around 1841, 1.1841 on Euro US dollar. For now, we're just letting this rally into the blue box as per the strategy. All right, let's look at the rest. Pound US dollar. Pound US dollar has given us a 5-wave structure. Yesterday we did say that this does not look like it's going to give us this, but instead, because the RS, the indicators were just showing us that this was going to continue to the downside. Can we get a bounce here and downside, or is it just going to go straight down before we push up higher? That's the expectation, that pound gives us a continuation to the downside, but I don't expect, it will not be a decent structure if it just goes like this. It's going to be too sharp. But anyway, let's see how this plays out. US dollar chief pushing up higher with the DXY, obviously. So in the chief weakness, so any pullback here, we're still gonna see continuation to the upside as the DXY is pushing up higher into the blue box. US dollar CAD. So US dollar CAD yesterday, we were expecting that it may go to the downside. It has only broken here and came down here. What it was doing instead was just a simple three-wave structure, and now we're bouncing up here. So let's see if we're gonna get this. This is still the three waves that we're looking at here on US dollar CAD. So since we are pushing up on this short-term US dollar strength, we may be getting a corrective structure here for upside. Either that or you're getting this. Okay, so that's a possibility that this can come down here and then make a move to the upside like that. Essentially, we're looking for a three-wave pullback before we come down again. I think you all know by now why we are not looking to buy US dollar CAD. Audi US dollar, that's the correction that we're looking at. It has now broken to the downside. So you may look for a similar length as that. Any corrective structure here, or even a retest from this level, you can take that move to the downside. Same as the New Zealand has now made this corrective structure. This was yesterday. You can now see all those corrective structures are breaking. Any pullback, you can take it down. US dollar ZAR doing exactly as expected. It is now going to retest that level. Okay, so you see that we don't focus this in hindsight. We've been looking for US dollar ZAR to come and bounce here from when it was still coming down here, to come and bounce and make a retest of this level at around 1560. How many times have we called for 1560 on US dollar ZAR? So it's just confirmation of how well the strategy works. So that's what we have on US dollar ZAR. That's the target there for now. Pound yen. Pound yen has been going up correctively. Will pound yen drop and give us a corrective structure here as follows? 1, 2, 3, and then continuation to the upside. This has been coming up correctively after this impulse. So I would expect pound yen to come and retest the lows at about 147. Okay, 147.44 before resuming up higher. It will be very tricky to buy it here because it's going up correctively. This looks like a three-wave move. So I will expect this one to come down here before pushing up higher. That will be a decent one to take to the upside. If it doesn't do that, you can only wait for it to come and give you a deeper correction after that. And in any case, this will be a very awkward move here if it just makes an impulse. Not that it doesn't happen, but it will not be a decent move to be buying on pound. Let's check the 1 hour as well. Okay, the 1 hour is showing us continuation to the upside on pound for now, but how far can that go? Will it break or will it just reset the top here and come back down? Let's see what's going to happen there. Right, so that is a pound yen. US dollar yen is just pushing up higher with the US dollar strength. The DXY pushing up higher. This is still continuing to the upside as forecasted a couple of weeks back. It is just playing out as we had forecasted. Euro yen. Euro yen is pushing up higher. We've got a corrective structure here. We've got a push to the upside. We've got a running flat and it's going up as follows. So we're going to expect Euro yen to at least go to 130 to retest that level. We're expecting that on Euro yen with that running flat. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking for this. Okay, so that is a Euro yen. Chief yen, because of the chief is going against the Euro yen. Let's have a look here. So chief yen has now just bounced up here. It has been coming down while the euro was pushing up higher. So we've got this move. We've got the three-wave structure here. Looks like we are now going to get a bounce here on chief yen. Any corrective structure here, we can look to take it back to these levels. Okay, so chief yen looks a bit strong here. So let's see if we can start buying chief yen. The 1 hour is above 50. Let's look at the 4 hour. So chief yen is a good buy on the 4 hour. Everything is at the bottom. at least take it back to around these levels at 117. That's about 150 pips from current levels on chief yen. So it looks very interesting. For hour, looks like it's going to pop up about 50. We are at the bottom. A break above this, only a break above this, a 1 hour, a 4 hour candle above this, then you can take it back up to these levels. That is chief yen.